Since we know him so well, it does not surprise us one bit that Jeremy Clarkson is currently feuding with the new Prime Minister of the UK. Check out what the Top Gear star had to say about Sir Keir Starmer in the most recent news. When it comes to Prime Minister Starmer's proposals to outlaw smoking in public areas, Clarkson hasn't held back. The leader of Labour said that the government was considering ways to enforce the smoking ban in an effort to reduce the amount of money the NHS spent on illnesses brought on by the habit. In one of his most recent newspaper editorials, days after he officially opened the farmer's dog, Clarkson launched an enraged tirade at the Labour leader. In his opening remarks, Clarkson said that although he had allowed smoking on the outside terrace of his Oxfordshire bar, he had posted warnings asking patrons to be considerate of non-smokers should they choose to do so. In my mind, that's how a society should work. Assume that the vast majority of people are intelligent and compassionate and let them get on with it, he stated. Recently, Jeremy Clarkson established a brand new bar in the Pennsylvania Cotswolds. He took shots at the British PM then as he said, "Sadly, however, Sir Starmer does not think like this. He doesn't like smoking, so he's going to ban it." And then, to make this Stalinist decree sound reasonable, he says the illnesses smoking cause cost the NHS a huge amount of money every year. Then, considering that cigarette sales generate £10 billion in taxes every year, and the PM keeps whining about a black hole in government spending, Clarkson highlighted the hypocrisy of Starmer's narrative. Following the list of initiatives Starmer wishes to keep financing even after the prohibition is put into effect, Clarkson made fun of him some more by saying, he says he can pay for all this by taxing the rich, but he's deluded. Clarkson wrote extensively on his concerns about a Starmer-led administration and the effects it would have on the populace in a column for The Sun as well. The main problem is that, underneath his Playmobil hair and behind the footy-playing son of a toolmaker facade, Starmer is a full-on communist. He's a modern-day version of Harold Wilson. He really is woke Wilson, and I literally can't think of anything more dangerous, he wrote. Nigel Farage of GB News has also criticised Starmer's intentions, making Clarkson by no means the only public figure to do so. Farage told GB News, "I love pubs because everyone is a parliament. We discuss local issues, national issues, international issues, they're really important places." Back in 2006, when smoking was banned indoors, pubs and clubs took a 20% financial hit. If you ban people from smoking in gardens and ban people from smoking outside the front of pubs, that is the end of the British pub. No more boozers. Farage continued by labelling the actions as overreach. There'll be restaurants that masquerade as pubs, but there would be no more pubs, he continued. I think it's massive government overreach. I think it's an intrusion that is just a step way too far, because if you're outside, there's no reason why your smoke should affect anybody else at all, he further stated. We will not be smoke-free by 2030, we will not be drug-free by 2030, we won't be alcoholism-free, and we won't be obesity-free.